It's been quite a bit of a month of stitching and quilting and traveling just to one place. We didn't go anywhere in July. We
In
stayed
August.
home and got some time with the kids and the family. I'm Allison, and this is a channel about my adventures with my husband RVing and keeping up with my stitching and my quilting. And I'm telling you, I work hard to make it happen. Alrighty, this is September 9th, and I would like to share with you what we did. I checked. It's been since August 11th, since the summer games wrapped up. It was a beautiful experience, and it was very satisfying and fun getting into those whips that I had planned to do. So from stitching the Summer Olympics, I'll go into a little bit of what I've been stitching on. The first thing that I can think of that I've been trying to keep in my attentions is the Emerald City Owl Forest designs, and I am just starting number 2. This is, I believe, 18 count Ada, and I dyed it myself, and it's, I think, oatmeal. While we were vacationing in North Halama Beach, north of Santa Barbara, I took one of my old whips, and it is Honest Abe from Twin Peaks Primitives. And I did this, looks like a chrysanthemum or a mum there, starburst at the top in red and blue. And I did this, but it had already been done at an incorrect count, so I had to frog that and start that over, and then I got that much done. And then our son and grandkids and daughter-in-law came, and we had fun with them. Make Today Magical by the Tiny Modernist. My dear friend Tracee, she said she just loved this pattern and she would enjoy doing it along with me. So there we go. I've got it going a little bit. That white is all encompassing. It's on Fabric Flare, the called for smoky blue, 28 count linen. I think I got 32 though. I should have written it down. I had a start just last night. My dear friends, thank you Lois, told me about the 100 Days of Cross Stitch by MJ Blanco, and she's up, like it started September 1st, so she'd be on number 9 right now, and I believe I'm just about to launch into number 4. It is delivered in 12 count blocks, squares. So there you go. It appears that I'm into a border. It's ombre with a variety of blues, and the one blue that has the highest count, I chose to employ my Milky Way by Fiberlicious. So that'll be fun to keep up with. It's not hard. Just got to make sure to keep the march going, I think. And I had a finish. It is Tiny Modernist stitched together, Laura-Lynn, Lois, and Tracee, and myself. And watching Lois write in the names under the spools of thread and put the year in and then sign it off, I followed along and did that as well. I used the called for threads. The others, Laura-Lynn, I believe, is really bringing it her way to life with a variety of different colors, or similar but just slightly her own. And then I know Lois changed the white spools to brown wooden colored spools. And Tracee, I believe that one, she finished first. So a finish, yay. And this is on 14 count vintage country mocha Ada. Very happy with that. I am working on quilts. We found out in July that our daughter, who is expecting twins with her husband Brennan, they are having a boy and a girl. So we're looking forward to that, and you can imagine what's going on here in my quilt plant. Let's see. My big, huge, wonderful, fun finish for all of July and into August, I was working on Fun on the Farm by Eleanor Burns. The background was an embroidered white sheer fabric that I then backed with more white background and wood fabric, both I think from Joann's, and it worked out perfectly. Thank you so much, Lois, for helping me out with the fence measurements, the finish. I'll share that with you here. I didn't want to say anything about it previously because it was gifted to our daughter-in-law, Jessica, and I hope they enjoy it. It reminded me of them totally. Chickens and turkeys and barns and outhouses and flour sack aprons. It was just perfect. I love it. I worked on a panel baby quilt for my niece who enjoys black as her go-to color. So it was navy blue, but I also employed black. I think I have a photo. I'll share that with you here. I gifted to my friends when I went out to Quilt in a Day. I got some fabrics called Midnight Blossom, and I challenged my buddies to do something up, and we're waiting on a few, but I also got behind because I needed more gray, which I had ordered from Missouri Star. And so I've got 3 more yards of that to take care of my sashings. Everything else is done. And then I also got the Midnight Garden Black for the backing. I'm super excited about that. I'll do the reveal when they're all done. I've been working on a quilt to go over my sister's mess of a quilt that she'd had since my mother purchased her a quilt and me a quilt. We were out shopping, I think at Mervyn's, and they had these really pretty quilts. And I think my daughter adopted the quilt my mom bought for me, and my sister, her kids, and her family have enjoyed the one mom got for her. And it was quite a wreck. And so I've redone it. I felt that my Quilt cutter, which I've used only once before for my, is it Sunbonnet Sue quilt that I created? I wanted this Flower Power package. And so I ordered a Flower Power package from Quilt, and they get here pretty quickly, and it's not for mine. They're too tall. Well, because I don't know how I was allowed to order the studio cutters. I do not have a studio cutter. I have a Go cutter. And so I called them and I said, I spent a lot of money on these. What do I do? Well, they're non-returnable because they are only created on demand. They're made on wood planks. And the customer service gentleman said, you could gift them, you could sell them, but we don't take them back. But AccuQuilt, I gotta give it to you. They gave me 9,000 something rewards points so I could purchase the set that I did need in the right go dies. I think I paid $6.56. I had some extra points in there as well, so it all worked out. I am very, very thankful, and I'll share that top with you. It's headed off to my favorite quilt retreat. And so here, I'll share with you. Okay, so this month my Whip Go calls number 14 and 11 happen to both be quilt whips. One is the Nutcracker Suite, and the other one is my Hexadoodle Garden Blossom Quilt, of which I have 5, I think, done, and I need to get to 9. So let's get those out, Johnson. It's still the middle of September, and I just looked them up for preparing for this Flosstube. Okay, my need to get to piece. Here's the, isn't that pretty red? My go-to backing for my Christmas star quilt that needs to be put under the sewing machine and quilted up. And I said I was going to do the reveal. I took out the green and put in, it's kind of a sketch linen looking ivory. I think it looks really nice. The green looked good, but I wasn't feeling it. So I'll share with you a big photo. So that'll get quilted. And this, of course, as I said, is the backing. Look at how nice she looks. I just love it with the off-white. Perfect, perfect. Here's a sample of what she was. It's pretty, but I just so much like this better. Bravo. And finally, I have school next week with my girls. I volunteer at an academy, and I get to play with teaching the 5th graders through 8th graders stitching or sewing, and I am going to use this pattern, which is, I gotta make one, easy. And they are going to have a choice of blue terry that I got on sale on Labor Day weekend at Joann, or pink, and they can choose a bear, a doggy, or a kitty. And I need to know which one to wash for them and do up for them. So that's what we're going to be doing. I have two things lined up, and that is the Winged Victory of Samothrace by Artisy Designs, developed from a photograph. And I have gotten all the threads in for this. Beautiful. I love the array of stone and tans and browns to go on that blue. I also have, thank you Lori Clarke, gotten all my NPI threads for the Pointe Vecchio Bridge needlepoint project. I did find out in the garage some old stitches of mine, and this is a trio of New Orleans front doors. So this is Water Street, Church Street, I love that one, and River Road. I believe I have those on my Etsy, Act Well Your Part. I'll put the link. And this one I did in 1995, I believe, from a kit that I got at Michael's. I think it was a Dimensions. Super cute. And the postman has just brought this to my door. It's a package from Nova Scotia. I do believe it's the RV quilt and the, thank you so much Laura-Lynn, the black and white Cotton Cuts Village Green Team Tulip quilt. Finally back home for binding. Bravo. Okay, thank you so much. I'm going to share with you now our adventure in Halama and maybe gender reveal, if I can find one that doesn't have too many faces that I want to give away. Alrighty, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for giving me your time. I really appreciate it, and I love doing, keeps me going, I tell you, keeps me from drinking. Alrighty, leave a comment if you have a question. Do like and subscribe. Alrighty, see you soon. Thank you so much. Here we are on Halama Road, just off the 1, and we are driving for 14 miles through Happy Cow Country, all the way over to Halama Beach.
I read where the Richfield Oil Company donated this beach, which is very secluded, to the county of Santa Barbara in 1943. In half a mile, turn left onto Halana Beach Road.
I trust you with your license. Yeah, they were real strict about the name on this matching the name of the license.
Eli ran after me under the umbrella on the beach and said, "Grandma, I think there's a bird that you're gonna like. Come here and look." And sure enough, look at this beautiful heron. Oops, I forgot to show this in my lineup at the counter. This is The Art of Tea by Dimensions, and I believe this is one of my oldest whips, and I did spend time on that top left cup. This is what it's going to look like when I get all finished. Isn't it pretty?
What'd you find there? Got it!
My son, he threw it back.
What you doing up there? Climbing the surfboard?
So a lady at the playground told me that she heard there was going to be a launch.
No.
Vandenberg Space Force Base is about 20 miles as the crow flies from where we are.
Those are weights. And
you might be able to be able to do that, Ada.
it's so bright. It's as bright
It
as
is
the
bright.
It's easier to start through the phone.
Yep, that's why I'm looking at it through the phone.
That's so cool.
Yeah, why don't we hear it?
Maybe it's high tech.
I know you can hear it. You can hear it rumble.
No, but not like it.
Oh, now I hear it. Your dad's right. Hear it?
Yeah. Those are.
Sounds
Oh yeah, yeah, I can hear it. It's coming right over us.
Oh, now the sound waves are getting
Yeah.
us.
Wow, this is so cool.
Get out of town.
Are you saying get out of town? It's turning.
It's going to space. Forget town. That's what we heard it.
We might have to plug our ears.
Oh, look at it. It made a cloud right
Yep.
there.
Just like we see at home. Oh my goodness.
You hear the windows rattle.
My aha learning moment. Pointe conception. Records dating back to October 18, 1542 say that Juan Rodriguez Cabrillo tried to round the point. He faced heavy winds, go figure, while rounding the point and was forced back to San Miguel Island where he died. Second in command, Bartolo Ferrello, took charge and again tried to round the point, but he was also unsuccessful. The point was named Punto de la Limpia Concepcion by Sebastian Vizcaino in 1602. This is like Shakespeare time. Who was the third Spanish sailor to venture the Pacific waters along the coast of California after Juan Cabrillo. Pointe Conception derives its name from La Misión de la Purísima de la María Santísima, the mission of the Immaculate Conception of the Most Holy Virgin Mary, which was originally established in the vicinity in 1787. What is known as La Purísima Misión in Lompoc, the city right near where we were camping. Pointe Conception Lighthouse was built in 1856 above the current location on the sandstone cliffs. The first order Fresnel lens and steel tower for the lighthouse was made in France at a cost of $65,068. In 1881, the lighthouse was moved down to its current location on the mesa, 133 feet above the Pacific Ocean, where its lens was less obscured by the fog. Pointe Conception State Marine Reserve is located where the coast of California changes dramatically. The majority of California's coastline runs in a predominantly north to south direction for more than 500 miles, from the Oregon border to Santa Barbara County. Just past Vandenberg Space Force Base, previously Vandenberg Air Force Base, about 45 miles west of the city of Santa Barbara, the coastline takes an abrupt turn and runs east to west. Pointe Conception marks the beginning of the Southern California Bight, the curved coastline between the Point and San Diego, and the area of the Pacific Ocean defined by that curve. This change at the Pointe Conception Lighthouse is accompanied by dramatic shifts in weather, currents, and ecosystems, which combined to make the marine communities here some of the most productive in the world. Again, thank you so much for coming along. Please like and subscribe if you care to. I'd love to see you here again. Let's chat soon. Bye-bye.